27 plus thread less than bridge greater than bridge greater than probably the last thread I and #039 am going to make for a while. I and #039 am quitting my wageslave job. It pays too little and I am #039 VE developed old man pains in my body from it. I and #039 VE been in retail wage slavery for nearly a decade and it and #039's finally worn me down. I and #039 am gonna sign on and claim an NEETbux less than bridge greater than £300 a month. If I even get that is not much, but I want to know from the Neet veterans among you how you were able to stretch that, add other NEETbux, or if you and #039 VE figured out ways to earn money from home or have a passive income. Less than bridge greater than maybe I can try and learn Java in the meantime to get job that ISN and #039 customer facing. 27 plus thread less than bridge greater than probably the last thread I and #039 am going to make for a while. I and #039 am quitting my wageslave job. It pays too little and I am #039 VE developed old man pains in my body from it. I and #039 VE been in retail wage slavery for nearly a decade and it and #039's finally worn me down. I and #039 am gonna sign on and claim an NEETbux less than bridge greater than £300 a month. If I even get that is not much, but I want to know from the Neet veterans among you how you were able to stretch that, add other NEETbux, or if you and #039 VE figured out ways to earn money from home or have a passive income. Less than bridge greater than maybe I can try and learn Java in the meantime to get job that ISN and #039 customer facing. 27 plus thread less than bridge greater than probably the last thread I and #039 am going to make for a while. I and #039 am quitting my wageslave job. It pays too little and I am #039 VE developed old man pains in my body from it. I and #039 VE been in retail wage slavery for nearly a decade and it and #039's finally worn me down. I and #039 am gonna sign on and claim an NEETbux less than bridge greater than £300 a month. If I even get that is not much, but I want to know from the Neet veterans among you how you were able to stretch that, add other NEETbux, or if you and #039 VE figured out ways to earn money from home or have a passive income. Less than bridge greater than maybe I can try and learn Java in the meantime to get job that ISN and #039 customer facing. Anyone currently on UK NEETbux? 31 male, live in central London at my parents' girlfriend of 6 years. She also lives in central London with her mother. £0.40 per month doing 5.30 to 7.302 hour a day cleaning job. My life for a while now. Quote, £400 per month doing 5.30 to 7.302 hour a day cleaning job. For still doing that work for your benefits, even though if we actually paid for the work you're doing you would be paid more. Thing I remembering hearing about. I was on JSA before these changes came about. I don't know, but I'm doing this because I don't want benefits. £400 a month is not a great amount of money to live on, especially in central London. But I guess living with your parents absorbs that cost. Quote, but I'm doing this because I don't want benefits because moral reasons. What do you do with your free time? Coon. I have some mixed feelings. ATM. I never had LTR until I was 30, and it lasted almost 2 years. I made some huge ups until finally the girl left me. I feel bad because she was UCH a great girl and I really screwed it up, but I also feel good because I learned a lot and I feel I'll do much better in my next relationship. I hope I can get a girl half as good as her. You can't get teeth whitening on the NHS, can you? No, just fillings, scalings, etc. that sort of thing. 28. I'm doing really well in every aspect of my life except for dating. I live in the suburbs and there just doesn't seem to be much to do. I just want a GF who can collect anime figures and play Animal Crossing with me. SH** canon. I'll do that. No homo status with you. That'd be fun. Quote, I live in the suburbs and there just doesn't seem to be much to do. If you live in a city you won't be able to afford things to do unless you get 4 roommates or work a demanding job that gives you 0 time for things to do. You can't win unless you were born rich. Or live in the suburbs and go downtown when you want to do something fun like everyone that lives in the suburbs. Quote, software developer for apps and *ed fintech master in comp sci, but management guys have no degrees, can't even use a PC properly, low paying, approximately 50k per year in Western Europe. I hate my job, the country is terrible too. The void is getting bigger and bigger. I wish I could make money on the side. My wage is not enough to build wealth. King hated. I hate the payday cause I feel betrayed every time. 50k isn't too bad considering. He is in Western Europe, so after taxes he probably has enough left for only a cheeseburger. I'm almost done paying off the debt from my first failed business attempt while working on a new one. It's a Hilo FA asterisk grind, and being broke sucks, but this one feels right. The loneliness is insane, but I know it's for the best for now. Also, going back to the gym was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Today I get exactly what I put and I don't get F asterisk head over. Quote, Mintode asterisk made phone posting is weird. I'm 30 and live with my mom and we combine on NEETbux in addition to leeching off every social program we can find. It's not an life and I constantly wish for a swift and painless death, but it's technically more comfortable than anything else I could achieve as Omioni, who has always been a NEET and has no idea how to function as an adult. I can't even drive for F asterisk SRK. Too much anxiety and responsibility for that. Quote, it's not an life, foo that noise. The banks get bailed out for F asterisking up and will look down upon when we ask for a helping hand. Got 0 replies, so reposting here. I met this girl at a party and we hit it off. Somehow she didn't notice I'm a spurg and I ended up getting her number from a friend. We started talking on WhatsApp and now we have met 3 times but nothing has happened yet. We do S asterisk like go to the cinema or get dinner, but mostly just end up going for a walk and talking for hours. Like 2 to 3 hours straight. I'm positive we both are having a good time. She's not averse to physical contact, smiles holding eye contact all the time. She told me she only talks a lot with people she likes and trusts, and I feel she's pretty traditional since she doesn't drink at all and has pretty wholesome hobbies. Thing is, I want to get romantic but I just can't get the mood right. I've thought of just going for a kiss, but on our last date she chose a Mexican for dinner and that S asterisk left a burning hole in my stomach. How do I move things forward? Should I just go straight for the kiss next time or what? T. 31 yo virgin, she's 34. Quote, should I just go straight for the kiss next time or what? You're asking the blind, but you gotta do something. Quote, somehow she didn't notice I'm a spurg. She noticed but isn't saying anything. Take that in your stride. Quote, 31 on Sunday, moustache is still just too blonde to really keep around. It's been growing for about 2 months now. I've always wanted one of those traditional cop stashes, but I don't know if it's worth it anymore. I might just dye the thing and hope for the best. I turned 27 in March and I'm afraid. I still live with my mom, although hopefully a friend and I will get an apt in April. I've never done sex, although I had my first relationship last year, so maybe I won't be a wizard. I had garbage grades in college and my aspirations pretty much necessitate top-level grades, but my work experience looks good enough that I might be able to get around it. So much uncertainty and I can feel the safety net of youth fading and doors of opportunity closing. How do I get over it? Quote, TFW, your senpai won't notice you. Quote, it's Friday light, how you boys celebrating? Getting high and calling people R asterisk S. Sorry to that non out there. I'm just projecting. Based high R asterisk. I'm right there with you. Going to bed after work. Good God, I'm wasting my life for not that much above minimum wage. Went to see a film. Currently my main source of entertainment and P is asterisking time. Quote, go on date. Oh, what music do you like? Ramble off some bands I do enjoy but might be obscure enough to show interest. Go home, drink 15 beers and listen to Buttrock and S asterisk I liked in high school. Where are you go? Where's your home? How do you end up all alone? Quote, be 30, nowhere in life. P is asterisk I nater about music but not even good at it. Forced to code even though I hate it. Only time I ever feel anything besides dull sadness is when running or working out. Still live with parents completely utterly F asterisking defeated by life. Oh God, I hate myself so much. Oh man, oh God, oh man. Holy S asterisk, I'm such a worthless R asterisk. Why do you hate forced coding? If you had a different forced project but still coding, would you like that? T. 31 years, a student for drone technologies. Bump. How do you get over sexual inexperience as an adult virgin? I'm so effing tired of being turned down because of it's frustrating the F out of me. It feels like if you don't have sex in your teens it's just over because people will lie and say there's always something wrong with you. Literally just make S asterisk up out of thin air. I don't see how or why you would get turned down by your sexual inexperience here. You like telling girls that you're a virgin on the first date or before you've even gone on a date. I'm not telling people on a first date or before. I know that's suicide. The conversation heads towards talking about sex at some point after the date and they ask about experience level and I tell them. Once I do they are surprised, but it also usually dies there because they don't want anybody inexperienced. They're over at that type of thing. Guess I should just lie. Why are you telling people you're a virgin? I'm not telling people on a first date or before. I know that's suicide. The conversation heads towards talking about sex at some point after the date, and they ask about experience level and I tell them. Once I do, they are surprised, but it also usually dies there because they don't want anybody inexperienced. They're over at that type of thing. Guess I should just lie. Hooker for the first time, couple of mediocre at best one-night stands, app hookups, then go from there. Has anyone experimented with traps and twinks? I'm still a virgin and I don't know how much my sway has been influenced by the consumption of TVs of porn or if it's always been there. I'm kinda jealous of their ability of the ones that P is asterisk to play both sides and the lower stigma the trap twink F asterisk ing has these days. Experimenting seems something you do in your earlier years, though maybe when I was thinner and you can hand wave it away, just speaking out loud I guess. I don't like this twink trap S asterisk. I bet it'll become so accepted in the future that not only will people look at me with disbelief that I've never been laid, they'll look at me with double disbelief that I've never even laid a dude or tranny. Guess the post was too gay except for this guy who hates it. Alright, I'll level with you. This place twink trap that I've been talking online with for a while wants to meet up after months of sending pics, and I may have been buying him trap outfit. He wants to come over from another state on his own dime. Ignoring the fact that doesn't know I'm a slightly chubby guy that still lives with his parents, it'd be super gay to F asterisk him, right? To avoid wizardry and to get this out of my system. Yeah, it'd be super gay to F asterisk him, and that's alright if that's who you are. If you like him, what's the problem? You can like who you like. If he likes you back, cool. I don't like him romantically. I don't like any dudes romantically. I'm just wondering if it's a fetish I'm taking too far. Quote, it'd be super gay to F asterisk him, right? Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with it though. Sticking your penis in another man's A asterisk is very gay. Just lay off the porn. Also, why were you a sugar daddy to a dude when there's online girls even on this place? Lol, dude, being a sugar daddy for a grill on the internet is a fool's game, everyone knows this. Y'all gay as F asterisk. Maybe I'm gay as F asterisk, or maybe I just refuse to support the hyperinflated economy of women on the internet. That's still gay as F asterisk, man. If you don't want to be a sugar daddy to a chick online, then get a hooker IRL. Fortune favors the bold. Better to alpha it up and get a chick who actually likes you, or just spend your money on something worthwhile, like a video game or therapy. No, I was replying to the guy who posited that the only alternative to being a sugar daddy is buying a hooker. What? No, IW is asterisking. If you're planning to pay money for sex, indirectly or directly, why not go to a hooker instead of being super gay? Oh, okay, I see now, but I'm not gay, dude. I don't think traps are a bad deal for the money. They have a lot of pros that biohazardous women lack. Quote, I don't think traps are a bad deal for the money. They have a lot of pros that biohazardous women lack. They lack a vagina and move and talk like men. Those are pretty big cons in my book. I'm straight, and if I had to be a sugar daddy to someone, I'd prefer it be a dude. At least the dude wasn't born privileged and had to live through some struggle. Y'all gay as F asterisk. No, I was replying to the guy who posited that the only alternative to being a sugar daddy is buying a hooker. Quote, I don't think traps are a bad deal for the money. They have a lot of pros that biohazardous women lack. They lack a vagina and move and talk like men. Those are pretty big cons in my book. Cause I think I'm kinda intimidated by women, and it's kinda low stakes with a twink trap. I have considered an older woman but haven't had much luck. The ones I found don't want to teach, they say they're fed up with it. Have you tried to pursue my get with an older woman or cougar who could teach you experience with woman? I know it sounds weird, but they will probably be looking for a young guy like that and have no issue teaching. Depends on the woman, but just a thought. I have considered an older woman but haven't had much luck. The ones I found don't want to teach, they say they're fed up with it. Does anyone else feel like they can't imagine themselves being no longer single? I can't even grasp the concept of me being in a relationship and having someone because it's been so long. The idea of dating or being in a relationship is so alien to me that it makes me feel great discomfort and not want to ever bother trying. The lack of companionship is the true struggle though. I can't imagine an organic one. I always wonder if most of us are autistic, or like that other anon said, that we were functionally autistic because we were never around the right people. The idea of being in a relationship seems very foreign to me, and that it only belongs in books, movies, games, etc. The worst part about this, for me, is that I can easily get a relationship because I am fortunate enough to be attractive. But women do not like who I actually am. Invariably they become repulsed because I am a computer nerd and not some charismatic adventurous chiad. At some point I just stop trying. I don't even really go outside anymore. I know what's going to happen. Find a nerd then. Maybe it'll happen. It's hard to even find nerds with proper value systems who don't suffer from childhood traumas which cause them to secretly desire the superficial lives led by normies and socialites. I have one nerdy friend in particular who grew up a technical wizard and began sleeping with dozens of women. No asterisk, he hit their gym and fixed up his appearance a little. I have seen this behavior far too often in nerds of both sexes. It is really a mixed bag. Quote, dating is a numbers game for literally everyone. Sweaty. Yeah, I've had my share of partners too. Thing is, I never valued the same things most people do. Never went to bars unless forced to. Never took pleasure in climbing the social ladder. I've basically never changed my core beliefs, as over time I've only found arguments for strengthening them. This is not true for a lot of people. They're always seeking an escape from themselves, social validation, the reassurance that they are doing something right. I'm not just going to indiscriminately date everyone who talks to me. I know exactly what I'm looking for in a partner. Well, at this point nerds are part of the mainstream, aren't they? Or at the very least have a much higher social worth than they used to. Quote, well, at this point nerds are part of the mainstream, aren't they? Or at the very least have a much higher social worth than they used to. Maybe I don't even want a nerd. Everything is too mainstream these days. It's simple for people to play a part and dress up however they want. I don't even look nerdy myself. Most of the time I look borderline homeless. Not that I wouldn't look nice for a woman, but in my spare time I don't play dress up and pretend to be whatever I want. I dunno man. Everything just sucks about society. Quote, is that sacrificing relationship opportunities for work? I mean, the thing that I've sort of worked out, and it's corny I guess, is that people aren't meant to exist alone. Even if we're talking on just a practical level. I've been trying to get a place of my own away from my parents, and I've come to the conclusion that I'd probably be found dead because I'd get ill without anyone to look after me. I mean, what's the ultimate goal of become the most efficient person in your field? I completely agree about existing alone. I don't know to what degree that is for most people. As long as 4 to 5 certain people are on Earth, I technically won't be alone. But as of now, that's what I would consider myself. It's hard and my distractions have to take over that emotion, otherwise I'd just go crazy sitting by myself. And I think that's a big drive for wanting to be the best at what I do. I can put endless hours into it. Now what does it mean if I make that goal a reality? Or even if I get into the top 5? I dunno. It's all arbitrary bull ** to distract myself from my other misgivings about what I do and don't have. It'd be nice to say at parties. To be a mentor and to be envied. For people to say, quote, Anon is the best at this thing. From that accolade I think more things open up to individuals. If he's so good at X, maybe he'll be good at Y. I also don't think I'm in a stable enough place emotionally to open myself up to a significant other. My work takes me all over the country, and even imagining a woman telling me she misses me or that I shouldn't be somewhere makes my skin crawl. I'd really need to find a specific person to share that part of myself with. She's out there, but I don't really know if it's about finding her or happenstance. And for now I can't really bring myself to worry and be upset over. Quote, distractions. I do it a lot myself, but at 30 I wonder how much more time I can piss up the wall. I mean, if you enjoy it, that's fine, but if it's purely a distraction, then it's more time gone. But I don't really know if it's about finding her or happenstance. I wonder that myself. Very long-winded post, but go with me on this. As far as making a living goes, I'm a big believer in it's not what you know, it's who you know. And we live at a time where it's increasingly rare that having correct qualifications anywhere gets people jobs they deserve. That only becomes more true for pay. So in order to make it in any sense, you have to operate and excel outside those parameters. It's cliché, but I believe thinking outside the box is something average people, more specifically our generation, has to do in order to attain goals like yours and higher. Two really obvious but really dumb examples would be a drug dealer and a Twitch streamer. Living with that kind of a mindset is important. I have friend A and friend B, both wanted something similar to you, both achieved it. One had his world break down around him because of it. One H's * so far managed to thrive because he keeps trying things outside of his base job, and succeeding in those things help him financially and emotionally. And I've found that hobbies are usually a perfect outlet for that kind of experience. People who paint little tabletop models and sell them. People who enjoy metalcraft and make stupidly ornate art. The guys you see on YouTube who make swords or rocking chairs or whatever. If you can find whatever that is, make it uniquely yours and put a price tag on it. That's how you make a living. You mention music, and that's definitely something I think people can take and make an extra living off of. I'm sorry about your grandma, I lost mine around this time last year. Spend time with her as best you can. For your feet, do something every day. Even if it's a 30-minute walk. Something is better than nothing. Instead of me, I'd say personal distractions that can be turned into something positive are a must. Distractions like television, video games, stuff like that is what people need to have in small doses. Quote 23. Work at burrito shop as *assistant manager is corporate trainer. 22-year-old woman covered in tattoos, wears raccoon-style eye makeup and pulls her shirt down, unbuttons polos to cleavage shows, has a kid whose father is in prison, constantly mentions pregnancy scares and needing D***, obviously got her job by *ing her way to success. Any blue-eyed bust haircut man who walked in wearing a tank top got his meal comped by her. She'd take her lunch break to eat with them even in the middle of lunch rush when she was on the serving line. She'd follow this with a 15-minute smoke break behind the building where we could hear them *ing in the alley. She approached every male employee individually about sleeping with her to get a $3 per hour raise. I refuse. She probably has more STDs than a gay pride parade. Hours get slashed to 7 per week. Brother, see what's happening and give me their shifts to hit 20 hours a week. She doesn't like this and threatens to fire anyone who helps me out. Actually fires a bro for being 18 seconds late. She takes his shifts. Manager calls me into his office. Guy says, look, I know what's going on but I'm compromised. Basically, you have to turn in your 2 weeks notice now or you're going to be fired in 2 weeks because my wife just had triplets and I can't afford to lose this job. Tell boss at church I need a new job yesterday. Explain situation. Same day hired as temporary social media manager. Quote, that whole story, manager knows go to corporate org. That ** does not fly. Snitches get stitches but BS. Take one for the team if you're going down anyway. The words you want are gross sexual misconduct involving bribery and nepotism. Corporate new. Company had 4 regional managers for the mainland USA and she'd worked with service, all of them as part of the corporate trainer position. A female friend of mine who also rejected sleeping with her ended up getting her fired in the middle of the busiest lunch crowd in that location's history via a new regional president for the chain's parent company, so it worked out in the end. Quote 23. Work at burrito shop as *assistant manager is corporate trainer. 22-year-old woman covered in tattoos, wears raccoon-style eye makeup and pulls her shirt down, unbuttons polos to cleavage shows, has a kid whose father is in prison, constantly mentions pregnancy scares and needing D***, obviously got her job by *ing her way to success. Any blue-eyed bust haircut man who walked in wearing a tank top got his meal comped by her. She'd take her lunch break to eat with them even in the middle of lunch rush when she was on the serving line. She'd follow this with a 15-minute smoke break behind the building where we could hear them *ing in the alley. She approached every male employee individually about sleeping with her to get a $3 per hour raise. I refuse. She probably has more STDs than a gay pride parade. Hours get slashed to 7 per week. Brother, see what's happening and give me their shifts to hit 20 hours a week. She doesn't like this and threatens to fire anyone who helps me out. Actually fires a bro for being 18 seconds late. She takes his shifts. Manager calls me into his office. Guy says, look, I know what's going on but I'm compromised. Basically, you have to turn in your 2 weeks notice now or you're going to be fired in 2 weeks because my wife just had triplets and I can't afford to lose this job. Tell boss at church I need a new job yesterday. Explain situation. Same day hired as temporary social media manager. Quote, it's simple for people to play a part and dress up however they want. Everything is too mainstream these days. That applies to almost everything these days, right? Even beyond the nerd, geek subcultures. I see a lot of hipster customers at work differentiate themselves from the crowd. Or at least attempt to, with their attempts all ending up into conformity, but they probably think they're unique as though. I have a strange and possibly very stupid question, but what did Midwestern dorky girls who may still live their mothers and coloring in books for adults look like fashion-wise? Quote, I have a strange and possibly very stupid question, but what did Midwestern dorky girls who may still live their mothers and coloring in books for adults look like fashion-wise? I knew a girl like this and she actually wore almost exclusively hand-me-downs like her grandma's dresses. They looked nice. She didn't really buy clothes. Quote, she actually wore almost exclusively hand-me-downs like her grandma's dresses. I guess figured it right from what little information I had. I ask because among the unique but ultimately conforming looks the hipster crowd has, like the Hot Topic look or skater look, etc., I see a lot of girls that wear what I thought to be that specific look. Have you tried to pursue my get with an older woman or cougar who could teach you experience with women? I know it sounds weird, but they will probably be looking for a young guy like that and have no issue teaching. Depends on the woman, but just a thought. A 30-year-old woman really undesirable, unwanted. My long-term BF died at 28. It took a few years to get to a place emotionally where I would want to be with someone again, and it's been bad. Regardless of how the man looks or his age, I tried late 20s and late 30s. Absolutely no one seems interested in a partnership. It's very obviously an attempt at a hookup. Wondering if I should just accept the cat lady life.